Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California. Today I'm going to show you how to set up whatever you want. I'm setting up lettuce in here, but you could do seedlings, you could do any type of herb, small vegetables. You know, the main thing is what you're going to put in here is things that insects get to, or critters get to, or may not like a lot of sunshine. This has been so easy to do. I'm going to have like 50 of them or more set up around here. It's saving my plants. It's saving time and energy. You know, I'm going to have to tell you something right now. Let's get this started because I know that I'm probably one of the most disliked gardeners working here on YouTube. I enjoy this. This is my passion. This is my love, nature and gardening. But I'm not selling anything. I may tag things I like, dish pans, let's say from Walmart because they're $5, or things that are so cheap, paper metal clips that are like $1. The point is, I'm trying to pass on things that I enjoy to do that you may enjoy, and maybe you can't afford it. I know I can't afford to buy a lot of expensive things. I can't buy plant food. It's way too expensive, but I do it the way nature does it. So this is what you're going to find here. And today we're going to grow something. We're going to save money. And once you do this setup, you're going to have it for years and years. You're going to have all the foods you want growing in here. And you're going to find it so easy that you're going to be telling all your family and friends about it. So please do so. But I want you to see this because I just planted this up just a few days ago. And to finish the video on how I did it, they've already doubled and tripled in size. In fact, I'm going to open this up, then you're going to go see the video, and then I'm going to end it with a special kind of treat on how I make these little flower pots. And they actually sell something like that that's quite expensive, and you're going to do it for nothing. But here it is. And what I put on here are these paper binders. They're metal. You can use wooden clothespins, but the thing with wooden clothespins are they do break. The plastic and the wood, they break down. These last forever. Look at this. I want you to see this because you're going to see the video. These have already tripled, and we're only talking a matter of a few days. And it is so fantastic to grow this way because as you can see the shade that's on the plants? Well, that's because it's moving. The sun and the earth, we're always moving, right? And you know that if you set up a telescope, you would have to have it set on a special timer so you could watch that star or that planet, correct? Well, the same thing with our plants. Everything is moving and it's creating shade and sun on the plants. And you know what? They love that. Why? That's natural as plants are growing. So let's go inside. Let me show you how you can do this setup. You could do this for a couple dollars if you want to go to Dollar Tree and pick up a container. You probably have containers around. We're going to do a whole bunch of them this year and give you so many ideas that you're going to go crazy planting up things. And remember, though my big passion right now is growing tons of romaine lettuce, you can grow anything you want and get your seedlings in here because you plant them outside. The birds find them, the insects find them, and they're gone. But in here, they belong to you. Nothing is going to find them except for you. And that's what I want. I want my food clean. That belongs to me. And for the birds, I grow different plants for them. So let's go in. Let's make this so you can make them too with your friends and family and whomever. So I'm going to show you how I planted this up. That is my flash fish power station. I love them. I've got two of them. And they are fantastic and have power at my fingertips or anywhere, even in the house. Don't have to look for an outlet. But you can just use an outlet. Now I'm using my soldering iron. And I am making holes on the bottom of this dish pan. Now you can use a dish pan from Dollar Tree. I get these at Walmart. They have black ones and red ones. The black ones are usually about $5. Walmart also carries the Sterlite white dish pans, and they're about $2 each, and they're fantastic also. Now see what I'm doing here? And this is important for what I'm going to grow in here, lettuce, but it actually will work for seedlings and whatever you want to grow in here. Is I'm leaving about an inch of water on the bottom, so it will be damp. So I can put it outside. It rains too much, it's going to drain out, and my plants won't get waterlogged. Look at that. So easy to make drain holes with this simple soldering iron that are so cheap. Now I'm going to make 2 holes with my hot soldering iron on the side, on the top, and then I'm going to make another 2 further down. You'll see in a minute what we're going to do, and is what I'm going to put all the way around this dish pan. This has been fantastic to grow in. I grow everything in here. You could even do a small type zucchini, but I'm going to grow a lot of greens like lettuce, and I do romaine lettuce. And now I'm going to put a hole in the top because this dish pan has a really nice lip on it. So it's going to be to my benefit to use it this way. But you can put it on whatever method you want. You'll see as we get this thing together, because this is going to create so much for your plants. It's unbelievable. I'm going to have probably 50 of these around here. Now I'm putting in a plain old bunch of flowers. Now I can see this hole is going to work perfect to hold this clump of flowers, and I'm going to go ahead and proceed to put holes all the way around on the lip. I'm telling you, a soldering iron is the answer. Use it outside. Sometimes I use a mask. I've actually used it inside, but I'm going to recommend you do this outside on a beautiful day like today, or under a patio or something. But look how nice it is. And this makes gardening so easy and fun. Now we've got all our holes in there. You can't get easier than this. Now I'm going to tell you right now, take the labels off. I used to leave them, but they're made out of kind of a plastic paper and they crumble. Get them out of there. I used to leave them so you would know what I'm using. We'll talk about it all the time, every time I use a different container. Now I'm just going to stick the flowers in there. I could put it on the inside if I wanted to, but on this particular setup, I'm going to put the flowers on the outside. We can do this in so many methods. I'm going to show you all the different ways as time goes on, the way I do it. But with this one, the flowers will be on the outside. Now I'm using a zip tie here. You can use a bread tie. You can use any type of wire. You can use string if you want, fishing line, whatever you want to use, yarn, dental floss if you have a lot, to put it through the holes and tie on your flowers. Whatever works for you. I use zip ties because they're cheap and they're fast. And then I cut those tails off and I use the tails later on for something else. You've seen me make plant tags out of them. Now I'm going to proceed to put a bunch of flowers on each corner. Now this is important. It's not just to make it look pretty. Oh no, we've made the hoods and everything. This is going to create so much for our plants that the beneficial use of plastic flowers has been phenomenal here. I looked through some of my videos from years ago and I've been using it for probably 10 years. And I never really talked a lot about it. So we're going to get into it now. Why we want these flowers. These flowers are going to create shade. Look at that. But we're still got other things we're going to do with those flowers. And this is why they're so fantastic. If you don't like the little silk flowers on the end, take them off and just use the plant itself. Now I'm putting in some soil from around here. This isn't even potting mix. I took it out of another tote, so you could do it whatever way you want. Now, I grow my lettuce individually. I started in a big tub, separate the lettuce, and I put it in these medicine vitamin bottles. I cut the bottoms off. I've showed you in other videos. I'll tag it on at the very end in case you haven't seen that video. But you can use plastic cups, whatever you want. Now, planting this way, you can leave it in the cup as long as the bottom is open, where the roots can freely go out. This is kind of like a layering method like I use all over the garden. The roots are going to leave the bottom, grow into the soil there, and the plant will have its individual container, get its individual water to its roots, but it still has its own container. But I have experimented. You can take it out. Either way works fine. Now we're going to give it a good water, and we're going to water all the little containers so the water goes right down past your plant and directly underneath into the roots. Now this is Tulle, Tulle. You can't get anything better than what I have found on eBay. You get a bolt, a whole bolt, which is 40 yards, 54 inches wide, $10. You probably only need one, and it's always tagged in my description. So make sure you find it in there, and it will go straight to eBay. You look at the ones they've got, pick out the color, and just go for it. Now I just cut off a piece. Usually it's too short when I don't measure, and I end up using it somewhere else and coming back to recut. But cut off what you think you need. The bolt of tulle is going to last you forever, and now we're going to drape it over the dishpan here. Now, what have we done? We've created shade. Oh, I want to talk about this. These are paper clip binders. You can get them at Dollar Tree. You can get them at Walmart, Target. Everybody sells them. They're so cheap, and they last forever. But as I was saying, look at this. We're draping the tulle over my lettuce here. Again, you can grow anything you want in there. Parsley, cilantro, but lettuce is the one that those white flies always find it no matter what, or aphids or whatever, or your caterpillars find it. Covered in tulle, nothing is going to get to it. And the flowers, it's holding the tulle up. There's nothing spiky. The tulle isn't going to tear. It drapes over, you clip it on with the clips, and you can't get any better than this. I absolutely love it. There's nothing to cut or do. In other words, we're not cutting up a plastic hood on this one. We're simply draping it, clipping it on, and the flowers you added in is creating shade. I have left this out in full sun. I was gone, 90 degrees, thought, oh my gosh, I came home, my lettuce was fine. Why? Because the leaf is getting sun on it, but it travels the shade across so they didn't get burned. You will have to see for your area what you need to do, but look how beautiful that is. It's got shade, it's got water in there, it's got protection. You're not going to have anything getting to it. You can't get anything better than this or easier. Make gardening fun, make it cheap, and you'll do it forever. Share this, please share this with your friends and family. So this is the containers I grow in. This is a spice bottle. And what I do is I put super hot water inside, let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then usually the label will come right off, whether it's a medicine bottle, vitamin bottle, or a spice bottle. If you use boiling water, you may warp your bottle. Then, with the bottle still warm, I cut the bottom off, as you can see here, with a really sharp little scissors I've got. And that's all there is to it. Now I can plant in there, and the water for my plant will stay on the bottom. And if I put too much water in there, I just unscrew it, drain it out, and close it back. It works fantastic. A lot of times I put a little soil in there and I move individual plants in there like lettuce, and then I let them sit there until I find a place to put them, like in this red dish pan or flower pot or in the ground. But in the meantime, my plants are there, and they're easy to remove out of these little pots because you're just going to push them out. So I hope you enjoyed this. You saw how I made that little bottle. It's so easy, whether it's a spice bottle, medicine bottle, a vitamin bottle, whatever you've got. It works great. And then you can grow your little plants individually. A lot of times I just grab a little lettuce and tuck it in there and leave it until I find a place that I can grow it. Doesn't matter, peppers or whatever, go in those bottles. So I hope I gave you some tips and ideas so you can grow too something for you and your family and to make you feel better. Food that's real. With that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, and share this, please. Get everybody growing something. It's too easy not to. You gotta love those Orioles. Aren't they beautiful?